Welcome all you Plus 2 comedy modifiers to this, a 2021 Plus 2 comedy update video. I'm a little late getting this out here, but it's been a while since I just sat down and talked to you guys about what's going on with Plus 2 comedy, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Plus 2 comedy. First and foremost, I hope everyone's out there is being safe and everyone survived 2020 mostly unscathed. Now, if you're familiar with us and what we do here at Plus 2 Comedy, we are comedy focused. And by that I mean we are stand-up comedy focused. Things like our podcast and our Let's Plays and our YouTube, they were kind of secondary. They were kind of bonus material for what we really want to do, which is stand-up comedy. There hasn't been a lot of stand-up comedy as of late, so we're kind of pivoting in what we do just so we can stay in the mind's eye, so we can stay relevant and in the YouTube spectrum and in the nerd spectrum of what's relevant. So we're kind of switching up what we're doing. First off, we are very close to episode 100 of Stay Doomed. If you don't know what Stay Doomed is, that is a podcast that I do with Laura Print here for Plus 2 Comedy, where we watch a show that ran one season or less and decide if it could be resurrected, should be resurrected, or if it should just stay doomed. And episode 100 will be on Firefly, as promised when we started the show. So please be sure to check out Stay Doomed. It is a super fun podcast and makes us happy doing it. And we got some surprises coming up, which I'll explain later in this video. But we got to talk about video games first. Plus 2 Comedy Gaming is going strong, but we are changing up the way things work with Plus 2 Comedy Gaming. Streaming will stay the same. I'll be streaming every weekday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, and depending on the weekday, that's what game you're getting. I'm doing some really fun stuff. I have Lisa the Painful RPG going, which is an RPG you can join. It's a video game RPG, but we kind of play it like it's Dungeons & Dragons, where the chat controls certain characters. And there's permadeath, so there's a lot of stakes. So that's like a real meaty game that I've been enjoying. I'm still solving the Not Prawn riddle, and right now we're also experimenting with some other interesting games that will be debuting soon, such as Solving the Witness, which is more of a discussion Let's Play, where we're trying to dive deep into what makes the witness and trying to figure out what really is going on with that game. So check out my Twitch schedule, and of course join me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Plus2 Comedy. Now, over on Plus 2 Comedy Gaming, the way things used to work is basically like the Twitch. You got a different game depending on what day. And I was noticing people were kind of getting lost and we weren't getting a lot of attention the way I wanted to, so we are changing how we show content on Plus 2 Comedy Gaming. We're going back to 7 days a week. And on Monday through Friday, you'll get the same game. So you'll get 5 episodes of the same game. Then the weekend is kind of for special shows. There will be a Not Prawn Riddle stream and something else on the weekends. And then the next week, you'll get 5 episodes again of a different game. And then you'll switch back the next week. So basically, you'll alternate between 2 or 3 games weekly. This way you get a bunch of one episodes. You can kind of get into a series, and then there's a little bit of a wait, and then the series comes back. This way, instead of like once a month, you would get 4 videos. Once a month, you'll get at least 5. And in a row, so you don't like kind of forget what's going on. I thought it would be a better way to show this to you. And then Plus 2 Comedy Gaming and Stay Doomed combined to become our new Patreon. We have a Patreon now. If you sign up for our Patreon at the $5 level, you jump into a Discord with us and you can talk to us about what you enjoy here about Plus 2 Comedy and about Stay Doomed and about gaming and about wrestling and anything you want to talk to us about. I'm in there, Laura's in there, and you can come in and say hello. And then the further up you go, you also get bonus episodes. You also get to have an influence on what games I will be playing on Plus 2 Comedy Gaming and what shows we do on Stay Doomed. So check out our Patreon, consider joining. You know, as always, Plus 2 Comedy will always remain free, but we wanted to try this. So we're trying a Patreon. We're trying to see if this is one of the ways that we can kind of monetize all the things that we have going on at the same time, and we're hoping that people will take a look at that. looking down into the future, one thing I've always wanted to do are video essays. So I plan to release a series of video essays very soon on Plus 2 Comedies YouTube. Not Plus 2 Comedy Gaming, Plus 2 Comedies YouTube. The current plan is I want to get at least 10 in the can, and then I'll release them weekly. So that's something that I'm working on. I have a lot of ideas. I'm in the middle of writing and editing and getting footage and all this other stuff. But that's down the line. That's something that, like, I wanted to say out loud now so you can hold it to me later. Speaking of holding me to things, where the hell's Game the Gamer? Game the Gamer's had many, many problems, but we're working through them, and every day we do get a little bit closer. Unfortunately, right now we only have one editor that's able to work on it, along with working his other job, and that's Sean Capel, who helped create the show with me. He's doing the best he can, but because of the pandemic and stuff, we haven't been able to actually meet up, which means I haven't been able to get the footage, which means I haven't been able to help. So right now, my hands are really tied by the world. Also, that's the same thing for Kickstarter rewards. The place that we're going to make the t-shirts went out of business and all this other stuff. So we are currently in the midst of rebuilding things, but once I can get that footage, I will promise I'll put everything else aside and I will work solely on Game the Gamer, because that has to come out eventually, and I promise you it will. And short note on CPW, Cosplay Pro Wrestling. I've kind of taken a step back. I just haven't been in the mood to be doing play-by-play, so they're currently updating still over on the CPW channel. You will not hear my gorgeous voice, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like we had a falling out or anything. We are very much looking forward to coming back to a convention near you once conventions happen again. So that's just a quick look of what's going on and what's coming up here on Plus 2 Comedy. I want just to let you guys know that we're still here, we're still working, we still want to make you laugh, and we really, really miss comedy. But soon we'll be together again, and we'll get a chance to laugh. I hope 2021 works out great for you guys, and I hope to see you all very soon in the future.